My name is Matthew McCack, and I'm here with my brother, Justin McCack.
Hey everybody.
This is Room 51, where we talk all things board gaming. And today we're talking about, I guess, sort of a story that we have about playing War of the Ring. And I guess we kind of talk about this game a lot on this channel
Yeah.
recently. We've been talking a lot about it. But we wanted to specifically talk about an instance that happened while Justin and I were playing the game together. And at
Yeah.
the very end, and it was a game-winning instance,
Right.
pretty much. And
That-
we wanted to pose the question to everybody and see like what you would do in this situation, what you think of it. We'll tell you what we wound up doing,
yeah.
and I guess how we felt about it.
So we did kind of bring up this story in our rules being broken episode where we discuss what to do when rules are broken. But we wanted to go a little bit deeper into this specific story where we didn't realize that a rule was broken. It was more that we realized something wasn't played
Yes.
that really impacted the game, and it was set up for it and everything, and it just had such a massive impact. So to kind of start off the story though, we played War of the Ring. It was like 3 weeks in a row, so Fridays in a row we played a game of War of the Ring on each of those Fridays. So yeah, it was awesome. It was really so that for fun, because it is a very fun game, but it was also, the game has a ton of rules. I think the rule book is like 47 pages, so much nuance in the game, and we needed to like get those rules instilled in us. So we are like, let's try for it, and we did, and we really do have the rules down. So luckily, this is not a story of the rules being broken, but throughout the game, a lot is happening. There's so much going on, and the board is shifting, and there's a lot to think about on what you want to do, especially since it's fairly asymmetric in the sense that you really have a rather different win condition, that especially with what you were going for, than what I was. You were trying to
Yeah,
get
both sides play very differently, and they're going for different things.
exactly, yeah. So Matthew was the, are you called the Fellowship, or
Yeah,
what?
the Fellowship.
Or is it the Free People that you're actually referred to
The
as?
free people. Yes, we're the free people.
Yeah, and I'm the I was the shadow player.
Yeah.
And I was controlling Sauron and his armies and everything. And essentially what I was trying to do was conquer everywhere and get 10 victory points through conquering, while you were trying to get Frodo to bring the ring to the Crack of Doom
Yeah,
and drop it in there.
yeah. Going through
That
Mordor and dropping the ring in the, is it like the Mouth of Doom, Mountain Doom, whatever?
it's like the Crack of Mount Doom.
Yeah, something
It's
like that.
something like that. Something like that.
Lord of the Rings, baby.
Yeah, but those were our win conditions, which is just kind of important to understand for why this
Yes.
matters. Because throughout the game, what you're able to do is play cards from your hand, and some of those cards will stay out there. And it's like, okay, this card literally says, when this happens, you can do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
So would you like to explain what card you had played?
So I played a card, and I don't remember the name of the card or anything like that, but pretty much it allowed me, so I played this card onto the table, and it had one of those effects of like, okay, when the shadow player pulls out a chip from this bag, I could say no, put it back in and take out a different one. Okay. And I had that out on the table, and in my head, I was like, okay, I'm going to use this when I'm in Mount Doom and I'm going through the track when I absolutely desperately need him to choose another chip. That's when I'm going to use this card. And like, you could use it at other instances, but that was really what I wanted to do. I had that since like pretty much the beginning of the game.
Very early.
Very early on, I had it, and like we said, this is like a 3-hour game.
Exactly.
And we were being interrupted by our mother, as we usually are.
Yeah. I think we had to actually pause halfway through for me to do like garden work or something. I think I had to like quickly sweep up stuff outside.
Right.
Yeah, halfway through the game. Yeah. And so you played this card before having to take this pause.
Yeah. Before having to take this pause. But yeah, like we said, there's a lot going on in the game regardless. Even if we
Yeah,
didn't take a pause, I might have forgotten. Who knows,
exactly.
But anyway, so now it comes to the moment, right? I'm in Mount Doom. I think I was like one space away,
Yeah.
right? That was it. I was one space away from victory. He pulls out a chip, and it was like one of the only ones that like was bad for me. Like
It's
it could
yeah.
not. Yeah,
Literally, it's that you're going to try to move one space, and if I pull out any of the chits that show a symbol on the bottom that literally says you don't get to move that one space, and I think there was a total of two in the
two in
bag.
there. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
two in the bag, and he pulled out one of those two
Yeah.
out of like I don't know 10 or something.
Yeah.
So there was an 80% chance of me winning this game right here, right now, right? But eventually he does pull that chip out, and I was like, no, and I totally forgot that I had this card on the table. Justin knew that I had it too because I read it
Yes.
out loud. He was aware that I had it as well. And I didn't use it.
And actually, it is important to note that I had also forgotten that you had that
Yeah.
card down. Just truthfully, if I had remembered that you had that card down, I might have said you have that card.
Right.
I might have let you know, like,
Right,
hey,
right.
you have that
That
card.
card, right? Yes. Now, granted, this was not a tournament,
Ah,
right? Nothing was
friendly
on the
game.
line here.
Yeah.
And it does say may. You may play this, or
Yeah.
you may use this ability.
Exactly.
Right? It was not like something that automatically happens.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I did forget. We go into the next turn, and I see, and about like 2 minutes in, we see Justin's pretty much gonna win.
I
But-
think no, I had it.
You had it, right? Like you were
I
about
think
to.
I had my 10 victory points that round.
Oh, that,
Yeah, I had it, I think.
something like that. But anyway, pretty much not very long afterwards, I was like, wait, I have this card. I never used it.
Yeah.
And I was like, please, I begged.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't won, right? I lost
Right.
the first two games. I felt like I was finally like getting my side, like the free people, right? Because I
Yeah.
keep playing the free people. And I was like, I'm finally starting to get it. I feel like I played pretty well. I really fought for it. And then, like, for such dumb mistake, I was like, can we just see what would have happened, right? And sure enough, he pulled out one of the
Yeah.
other 80% chance chips that would have given me the game. And we wound up saying that I did win the game.
Yeah.
We gave the victory to me. I'm curious what everybody else thinks. And what do you think, Justin? How do you feel about it?
It's interesting because it's very circumstantial for me. So number one, had we not taken the break, I don't know if I would have given you as much leeway. Another really big thing, though, was the fact that I did win those first two times. And I do think that the Shadow player, at least for when it's your first time playing, it's relatively simpler because what you're doing is more direct, whereas the free people, less direct what you're doing. It's less simple. So I had one of those first two times, and it's kind of like, oh, man, you kind of did have the victory there. But had I lost those first two times, probably would have been no way I won. You should have remembered it on you kind of thing.
That's actually a really good point because I wouldn't even have, I wouldn't have begged. I wouldn't have done nothing. I'd have been
Exactly.
like, I messed up. It would have hurt. But
Yeah.
if I had already won the first two times, I wouldn't have cared that much.
Even if it was split 1-1 or something, I bet it would have been like, nah, whatever. Just really that first time we played, you got pretty creamed.
I got absolutely crushed.
Yeah.
And
Second
it's just so everybody
yeah.
knows, I've been playing the free people. He's been playing the shadow play.
Every single time, yeah. We've always. I don't see us switching that anytime soon either.
Yeah,
truly.
me neither.
But yeah, so with those in mind, it was really a big thing was that I had won those first two times, and that was a really close victory. Another thing, though, that I mentioned was I didn't remember about that card. And I was saying how if I remembered about it, I might have mentioned it to you, like, oh, you have that card. I might even said out loud, oh, shoot, it doesn't matter because you don't play that card.
Right.
And that might have reminded you. But there's a chance, which has happened before in gaming, I'm sure. And this, I'm curious if other people, because I know I've had it and other people in our group have had it. They remember, oh, this other player can do this thing, but that player forgot they can do that. And I'm not going to tell them because if they don't do it, I win. If I tell them, they win. And I might have had that moment of, nope, if you forget that, that's it on you. I even remembered it. Which I don't know. I don't know what I would have done in that situation.
Yeah, I think
know.
it is super uh situational, like you said, because even with that, what you're saying, like I've done that where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I know that they could use this, but I'm not telling them, right? And that it's usually if it's already competitive, like we're already on the same level, we've already
Yeah.
won pretty much, you know, the same amount. It's also if like it's not that long of a game sometimes, you
Right.
know, unless it's like Twilight Imperium, I'm not telling you crap.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. TI4, no way. All
All bets are
no.
off.
Yeah, all bets are off. There you go. Thank you. Jeez. I was
Yeah,
combining like 3 sayings in my head.
yeah. So that is interesting. Now, the way I felt about it afterwards, where it's I almost feel like, oh man, I feel like okay, yeah, sure, I won, but did I? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I should feel like I really won. I kind of feel like I half won.
Yeah, I can see that where it's like, oh, I won, but there's like a little asterisk next to it.
Yeah.
There's like a little asterisk. I'm like,
Ugh.
I almost want to call it like an incomplete victory, but
Yeah.
that's not really it. It's more like it was a victory with a bit of a special case kind of thing.
Right.
And truthfully, I don't think that we would ever have that happen again. Actually, I think I think now it's kind of like, all right, that was okay this one time.
Right.
I don't think that's the new standard, though.
Right.
That's
Right.
not the
No.
precedence or anything. It's like, no, this was a one-time thing,
Yeah.
and we're cool with it now.
And that's it. That's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to like remember we learned from our mistakes. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious. So, what do you, the viewers, think about this? Did I win? Did I lose? Did I half win? What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Oh, what's up?
I was gonna say also mention if you have any stories that are even similar to this, where you realize, oh, somebody forgot that they can do this, and that totally changes the outcome.
Yeah, yeah.
I know even if it comes to just retconning a turn. Did I use retconning correctly? I'm not sure actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. I think so. But just changing what they did on their turn, a couple turns later, that might have a major impact. So definitely let us know of that.
That's true. That's true. All right, great. So you've been watching or listening to Room 51. We will catch you next time.